The mirror's twin. She blinked, but her reflection didn't. Now it's living her life. Rachel always hated the mirror in her grandmother's house. It was tall, antique, framed in tarnished gold, and always cold to the touch, even in summer. But what unsettled her most was the reflection. It didn't always move right. She first noticed it as a child. A half-second delay here, a mismatched blink there. Her grandmother would laugh it off. "It's just old. Warped glass," she'd say. But Rachel never laughed. Now, years later, after her grandmother passed, Rachel had to return, to pack the house, to settle the estate. And the mirror was still there. Waiting. She avoided it at first. Covered it with an old sheet. Refused to look directly at it. But something about it kept pulling her back. One night, passing through the hallway, she paused. The sheet had fallen. The mirror was exposed. She looked. And her reflection looked back. At first, nothing unusual. Then Rachel tilted her head. The reflection didn't. It smiled. She gasped, stumbled backward. The reflection stayed still smiling. She ran. Slammed the hallway door shut, heart pounding in her ears. She didn't sleep that night. The next morning, she returned with purpose. She tossed the sheet over the mirror and secured it with duct tape. Done. Handled. But when she came back later, the sheet lay crumpled on the floor. The mirror was bare. And empty. There was no reflection. Not even her own. Panicked, Rachel checked her pulse. Looked around. Tried to tell herself it was a trick of the light, a bad angle. Then she heard it. Footsteps. Upstairs. But she was alone in the house. Rachel grabbed a lamp as a makeshift weapon and crept toward the sound. At the top of the stairs stood herself. Same face. Same hair. Same clothes. But the eyes were wrong. Too bright. Too cold. The other Rachel smiled and said, "Took you long enough." Rachel screamed and ran. But the front door wouldn't open. Neither would the windows. She was trapped. The other Rachel followed slowly, like a cat playing with its food. "You've had your turn," she said, her voice echoing with something hollow beneath it. "It's mine now." They struggled. Screaming, kicking, clawing. Rachel tried to push the imposter toward the mirror, but the glass was no longer solid. It was liquid. Rippling. The other Rachel shoved her backward. Into the mirror. Rachel hit the other side hard. She stood up, bruised, dazed. Turned. There was the mirror. On the wrong side. She ran toward it, pounded her fists. Screamed. But no sound escaped. Only muffled echoes. On the outside, the other Rachel watched, expressionless. She reached down. Picked up the sheet. And slowly, covered the mirror. Darkness. Weeks passed. The new Rachel sold the house, smiled in photos, rejoined her old life like nothing happened. But if you ever caught her in a mirror, just for a second, you might see her reflection move wrong. A delay. A smile that doesn't match. And if you listen close, you might hear pounding behind the glass. And a muffled scream. Because behind every mirror, there's a twin. Waiting. Watching. And when your turn ends, they take your place. The mirror's twin. She blinked, but her reflection didn't. Now it's living her life.